YouTube, it's Ellamoo here. How are you guys? Because I don't really ask and I would love to know how you guys actually are. Today I'm going to be doing another questions video. Question number 1, do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. I do have pictures and I'll put some up here somewhere. I might do like a nice little collage thing for you here, if you can all see. Some pictures I look really cute and other pictures I sort of don't. I will apologise now because I do have a bit of a cough, so I might have to sort of cough every now and then through this, so sorry. Not just then. Question 2, what TV shows did you watch when growing up? I used to love Scooby-Doo. It was one of my favourite programmes of all time. I used to try and convince my mum that by watching it I would become smarter and I'd be able to like solve cases and stuff. And that was pretty much the only cartoon that I really enjoyed watching. I used to love watching this programme called How It's Made, which is where they just show you how to make like random items, like it might be like say a pen, like they show you like how it was made and why the stuff's done the way it is and that sort of thing. I also used to really like watching David Attenborough things and learning about the world and about like my favourite ones are things like Blue Planet, learning about all the fish in the sea and stuff. I must sound like such a nerdy kid. But yeah, I used to love watching like documentaries and animal programs and that sort of stuff. What did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? I did want to be a teacher, primary school teacher, and in some respect I still sort of do a little bit. I also wanted to be a marine biologist because I thought it sounded really fun, and my dad used to like teach me about all the different fish and about like where they lived and what their Latin names were and all that sort of thing, so I thought it'd be something I'd really enjoy. But then I sort of realised I don't really like swimming too much. Like I'd love swimming, but I wouldn't want to swim every single day for my job because it would get really tiring, I think, and I wouldn't really, it sort of take the fun out of it. But no, I do still sort of want to be a teacher, I think, but I'm not really sure, I've got no idea. What were your favourite toys to play with? I used to really like playing, I remember when I used to go to my nan's and stuff, I used to love playing dominoes. Next question, what was the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? Sorry. I remember once I was cycling through the park near my house to go to my nan's, and I was in all white, like in a white top and white trousers, and I just learnt to ride my bike, so I still had the stabilisers on my bike just to make sure. And I was going, sorry, my throat hurts. And I was going through the park, and I was going along this path, and the path was sort of like wobbly, like it wasn't straight, it was like sort of had like pothole sort of things in it, and there was this massive muddy puddle, and I rode my bike into the puddle and I got stuck, and because how much I was trying to cycle out of the puddle, the bike sort of fell. So there's me that was about, it might have been about 6 at the time, I think. I was just sitting on this bike and then I just sort of went like this and just fell like straight into this muddy puddle, and I was so upset because my mum and dad were just laughing at me, and then I thought, oh, when I get to my nan's it'll be alright, she'll feel sorry for me, but she just laughed at me as well. I was alright though, I didn't really hurt myself that I can remember, but I think that was pretty embarrassing. Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. So obviously this is American. I don't have it to hand, but I remember once my dad told me to write a story about a boy and a pencil. So I wrote this story and it was basically just about how this boy had a pencil and he had it on the table, and then his dad called him down for dinner, and then he came back and the pencil was gone. Basically that was my story. 3 songs you loved to listen to as a child. I used to love listening to the Purple People Eater. Another song I used to love listening to was I Wish I Was a Punk Rocker by Sandy Tom. I also used to love listening to Avril Lavigne. I loved Skater Boy so much, it was one of my favourite songs, I think. What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when I was younger? I never really understood what Halloween was about because my mum and dad didn't really like me doing Halloween, which I can understand because they're sort of just letting your kid go knock on like strangers' doors and stuff. Are there any special things you kept from when you were a child? I've got some things. I've got a big rabbit that's about this big. I think that my dad's friend got for me when I was first born. But I remember I've still got this flamingo. I think it's under my bed actually. It's about this big. And my mum and dad's friend got that for me as well when I was really little, and I've still got that. Right, what was something weird you used to do as a child? Something weird I used to do. I don't know. And the last question, how is the world now different from how it was when you were a child? I think when I was a child, I thought it would be so much fun growing up and being older and being like an adult and stuff. But being older isn't fun. There's so much stuff you've got to think about, and like your whole life you've got to plan. Whereas when you're little, you can like, I don't know, make a game out of, I don't know, like a bit of like a rock and a stone and play football all the time, and everything was so much easier. And it didn't matter if you didn't have like the latest phone or the best toys or whatever, because you just sort of get along and play with people. And also as well, because when I was younger as well, like there wasn't all this like stuff about, oh, I've got a phone, I've got a laptop, I've got like computer, I've got all this sort of stuff. I think that the kids were more friendly back then and stuff, because it was actually like real like friends that you could go, like my friends used to come and knock for me after school. We'd go out and play after school, and we'd play like football, and I used to go skating a lot. Whereas now I think a lot of kids sort of just sit at home and watch TV or play on their game stations and all that sort of stuff. But that's it really. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and sorry about me coughing through this, and sorry about the length of it as well, because it's quite a long video. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and if there's anything you want to know, anything more, let me know. If there's any videos you want me to do, let me know. Feel free to comment below or email me at ellamoo112@gmail.com. I would love to hear some of your funny stories from when you were kids, or if you are a kid and something funny's happened to you, then let me know. I'll put all the questions in the description if you want to answer them all. I would love to see it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye!